I'm better at this than you.
Yeah. I need to be your tutor. Hello, watchers. We're watching whatever. I'm Nathan.
Danny.
We are here today for the final episode of The Glory. So I'm really excited here to finish this episode with Danny. Again, this is Danny's first time watching the show, so I want to see how many of his predictions have come true. So
Zero
he's
so
made,
far.
like I said, you've made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You made 6 predictions, and so far, one of them was correct. One of them was correct. 2 of them were wrong. Okay. So we'll find out.
All right. I think the last one, is I don't think she's gonna make it out of the series alive. At least I've been saying that for a while, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I was more confident before.
So with episode 15, what we saw Hye-Jung she had to go to the hospital. Sara stabbed her in the neck with a pencil. And so Hye-Jung no longer has the ability to talk. So Sara is done. She's obviously gonna go to jail for attempted murder now. What else happened in 15? I mean, basically everything's coming to a close. I had Myung-ho's funeral. They found DNA evidence from that Do-Hyun and Yoo-Young had planted on Myung-ho's body. That
right.
It matched the lighter from So-hee's case. So, yeah, we'll see what happens here.
Right. So basically, once they get that bottle that girl's holding, then all 3 cases or all 3 pieces of evidence can all be linked to.
The murder weapon.
Right. And in the previous episode, basically she lost her daughter and her mom. So so Dong-eun's revenge is like almost complete, right?
Yeah, she's lost everybody around her now, so there's no one left for her to hide behind or run to for any protection.
Right. Okay.
And the shaman died, it looks like.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah. So, all right. So we're going to get started here. Before we do, everyone watching here on YouTube, this is an edited version. If you'd like to see the full reaction and commentary and as a watch along, you can do that on our Patreon at Patreon/watchingwhatever. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave us a comment here. Let us know what you thought about the show, about us, what you want us to watch next. For everyone joining us on Patreon, thank you very much for your support. And we're going to start the show.
다 알고 있었어요?
네. 안치실에 윤소희 씨가 있는 건 알고 있었고 그때 응급실에서 그렇게 가서 뒤따라 나왔었거든요.
Oh, and so he had the same burns or something?
Yeah, so he probably recognized it.
Right.
Or he followed her and he just, he kind of put 2 and 2 together.
Right.
처음부터 난 나의 쓰임을 알았어요. 다 알고 나니까 내가 적격이었던 거죠. 망나니에 후배가 떠났죠.
그럼 도와줘요. 끝까지.
I don't know how I felt about that part.
Yeah. It wasn't like the grand reveal that it seems like it was supposed to be,
Yeah, especially for the last episode. It was...
남의 불행에 웃던 네 입은 네가 불행해지고 나서야 조용해졌구나. 갚아주고 싶으면 말해. 도와줄게. 복수하고 싶지 않아? 전재준? 재준이는 녹내장을 앓고 있어서 하루에 한 번 안압 하강제를 안고해 저만 해. 근데 왜 종종 그런 사고 있잖아. 워셔액이 눈에 튄다던가 손소독제가 눈에 들어간다던가.
She wants to blind his ass.
That's crazy.
줄까 이거?
To the guy who's so sensitive about his
Right.
eyes.
오래 걸려? 미안. 아, 자꾸 까먹어. 박수 쳐 그럼. 10분. 20분.
To the end.
So she considered it for a second, like, should I do this? And now
Yeah,
she's like,
she was sitting there like, maybe I shouldn't.
right.
But he just gave her the motivation. I initially thought she was just gonna put like a few drops inside, but she just emptied the thing and replaced the whole thing.
Oh my god.
미친 새끼들이! 퇴직금은 주셔야죠, 차장님. 그동안 우리가 치운 똥이 얼만데.
얼마냐고.
The slap was real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Pretty much all the slaps in Korean dramas are real. Oh!
Oh.
I mean, come on, dude. The dude is holding a hammer.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, you know, you gotta know it's over for you.
Oh, yeah.
Right? They're not afraid if you're a cop or anything. Cause...
Yeah. Because you're trying to run.
Right.
And you got all this stuff going against you, so...
증거도 손실되고 땅도 더 잘 파지고.
What they told him, or what he told them before.
Right. Oh.
That's the same song she was singing in that one scene where they show Dong-Eun being dragged on the floor. The bottle's back. The murder weapon. Why would you run back there?
That's what they say, right? They always return to the scene of the crime.
Yep.
이거 맞는 것 같은데. 근데 이게 말이 돼요? 증거가 이렇게 떡하니.
This dude's like the worst cop of all time.
she did his job for him.
Yeah, basically.
예솔아 여기 삼촌 여기. 아니 아빠야 아빠 왔어. 내가 친아빠야 예솔아 다 설명해줄게.
여기 예솔이 없어요. 쟤는 샘이에요.
예솔이 유학
wearing-
간다고 전학수속 다 했던데.
She was wearing her old soccer number, so he thought it was her.
내 딸 어딨어? 어디로 빼돌렸어?
늘 궁금했어, 재준아. 네가 마지막으로 보는 얼굴은 누굴까?
Put in your daily eye drop.
That's what he's seeing. It's all blurry.
Well, remember they said he had glaucoma, so he needs to put in those eye drops
Oh,
once a day.
right.
아 뭐야 씨발 내놓.
Is the truck driver? Does he have glaucoma too?
They're both sitting there. Oh, my eyes!
홍영애 씨.
방금 체포됐네요, 홍영애. 살인으로. 이 판을 짠 게 당신이죠. 제보도 당신이 했고.
Thank you so much.
Dude, this fool, he could have like stopped like, I don't know, like 5 or 6 murders if he just listened to it in the first place. This dude is like the true villain of the show, man.
그리고 일이 바빠져서 다른 거는 뭐 신경도 못 쓰지 싶네요.
And then as his apology, he's like, I'm
Right.
just gonna ignore and let you go.
Yeah.
Just say the truth. I'm too lazy to do my job. I need someone else to do it for me.
It's not about drugs, I don't care.
Yeah. In jail, she's getting divorced.
현지하면 예솔이한테 전해줄 거야?
건강 챙겨.
명의 변경 서류 다 들어있어요. 운동훈 사모님이 전해달래요. 너무 감사했다고. 가장 선하게 쓰실 어른에게 남기시는 거라고.
Oh, the money she got for the
Yeah,
the dollars, right? The bag of
Yeah. The remaining money after sending her daughter to the US.
바다 보러 갈래요?
Do you think this is a place where they do where we went for the red crabs? The snow crabs?
맥주는 샀는데 뭐 더 사가요?
우리 이제 다 왔어요. 여기가 끝이에요.
Alright, let's see if you're right, Danny.
먹고 싶어 죽는 줄. 나도 살아 숨쉬는 모든 순간 뼈가 아리게 억울해하면서.
She's like sleeping in a storage room.
Closet or something.
Yeah, like Harry
Sad,
Potter.
man.
So she's basically like in the very next room when all this happened.
살려달라고 씨발이야. 내거 안 줘? 씨발 쫓아내 솔직히.
Damn. Ugh. Bleh.
So it wasn't Yeonjin that killed her.
Man,
So she completely framed her.
amazing.
So you always need to check and see if the person's alive before you run.
도와줘, 동훈아. 이거 어떡해?
So she hid it to protect herself, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought she had made the anonymous tip, but it really was Dong-Eun.
평생 넌 아무것도 모른 채 이 지옥에서 오래오래 살아주게. 계속 비는 수밖에. 뭔데? 내가 뭘 모르는데?
So her final act of revenge,
Mhm.
not knowing that you were framed for murder.
Right.
날 죽이는 건 내가 할게.
Dang.
Isn't that what she said before earlier?
Right.
Hope to be happy enough to die.
이게 내 마지막 편지야.
도와줘요. 내 아들 좀 구해줘요. 나 여정이 엄마예요. 여정의 끝도 그런 난간이면 어쩌죠?
My question was, how did she find her?
Yeah.
Unless she's been like following her, like
잡고 매달리든 붙잡고 같이 뛰어내리든 무조건 당신 살릴 거예요. 나 그러니까 내 아들 좀 꺼내줘요. 지옥에서.
지금도 그날 그 순간이 어제 일처럼 생생합니다.
아빠 일어나 엄마 데리고 와. 피해 결과가 중대할 뿐만 아니라 이에 본 법정은 다음과 같이 선고한다.
the look of him just having that satisfaction of scratching an
Yeah.
itch while all this is going on, not caring about it. Hey, fellow watchers, don't forget to like and subscribe and check us out on our Patreon. Links are in the description below. And now back to our program.
엄마.
There goes Mama. So this shows that she's been tried now and is sentenced to
Right.
because earlier she was in that brown outfit, so I think that's before you get sentencing.
Right.
야 이쁜아, 내일 날씨 뭐야?
요 며칠 소나기가 자주 지나가면서 날이 선선해는데요. 내일부터 다시 한낮에 대부분 지역이 30도 가까이 오를 것으로 예상됩니다. 오전 생성이 활발한 시간대인 오후 2시에서 5시 사이에는 외출을 자제하시는 게 좋겠습니다. 박예진이었습니다. 날씨가 슬퍼 왜?
So now she's just getting bullied in prison. So the way she ran, got up there and did everything, it showed that she's gotten her ass kicked several times.
Right.
Oh, that's Hye-Jung's former future mother-in-law.
Mhm.
내분 풀어줘서 고마워요.
부탁이 있습니다. 청송교도소에 무기수 한 명이 있어요. 이감 가능할까요?
Who is this lady?
She's obviously someone powerful in government. Just to know, like, oh, someone in this prison is going to be S4.
So he finally notices that she's like she's made a move.
Signifies that she came back, you know?
Right.
맥주 사왔는데.
As if nothing ever happened, continue on from their little date.
도대체 사람을
보고 싶었어요.
근데 나 왜 또 떠났어요?
복수가 아니라 사랑이었나 보죠.
잘 잊지 못했어요. 복수가 잘 안 됐어요.
I'm better at this than you.
Yeah. I need to be your tutor.
이젠 내가 망나니가 되어줄게요.
So that prediction's gone. That prediction's gone.
Everything was...
That prediction's gone. She never actually manipulated him.
Yeah.
But it's not over. You still have the chance about her making it out of it, you know,
Right.
still with her life or not.
No, I'm pretty sure that's wrong.
못 뵙고 갑니다. 301호가 왜 주변 시세보다 쌌는지 이제 다 알아요. 다 기억났거든요.
This isn't funny, but it's kind of funny.
It's funny the way they showed it.
Yeah.
It's not that the act itself is anything funny, just
Right.
the way the lady's just going out and her looking at her. It was shot in a funny way.
Yeah. So this parallels the doctor's mom saving her, right? Like walking her off the ledge.
Yeah.
아까 보니까 너도 저기서 신발 벗고 들어가던데. 우리 너무 차다. 우리 봄에 죽자.
So you think she walked in on purpose after seeing Dong-Eun go in, or you think it was for her? It was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna do it too because, you know, obviously she was going through a thing with her son dying, because she says that she is the person who saved her life.
Right. Dude, the actress who plays young Dong-Eun is like so good.
봄에 죽자던 말은 봄에 피자는 말이었다는 걸요. 저를 구해주셔서 정말 감사합니다.
So now she's like comfortable in her skin. She got
a tattoo.
전재준은 어디로 사라졌을까요?
전재준에게 복수하고 싶은 사람이 나 하나만 아니었나 보죠.
I remember, like, when I watched this first time, I completely forgot about him after that car accident scene.
Right. Yeah, I thought it was dead.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, he died in a car accident.
여기 어디야? 제가 지금 눈이 너무 아파서요. 병원에 좀 가야 할 것 같거든요.
The last thing he sees is the face of his killer.
Mm-hmm. Well, would he be able to see that?
Well, I think that's why they showed like his eyes kind of open a little bit as he's falling. It's the same tie.
It's full crazy too, man.
I wanted to tell you that, but I couldn't. Everyone around her is crazy. You think she's keeping herself from going out to see her daughter because of what Dong-Eun said to her?
Maybe. I think so.
Yeah, I think so too.
Right? Like, I'm like keeping her away from you as well, right? Because...
Yeah. Because you're crazy too.
Yeah. They're gonna ask her for help. Trailing that,
구합니다. 연락 주세요.
여동생 적결하고 왔어라. 나보면서 웃더라고요. 맨날 울기만 하던 것이. 정말 너무 감사합니다, 선생님.
레이저 시술 몇 번 더 남았지만 이젠 화장으로도 충분히 가려질 거예요.
애기 얼굴을 안 만나준다고. 제가 출소만 하면 노가다를 하든 무엇을 해서라도 꼭 갚겠습니다.
혹시 돈 말고 다른 거로 갚아주실 수 있을까요?
That's how you got those
right.
gangsters there.
Right.
Wait, no. It's planning for the future because
okay.
he can't work at the same prison, so it couldn't have been him.
Right. But I thought earlier he had like a Chisan prison like badge or whatever.
Yeah, so it's the prison he's getting transferred to.
Oh, okay.
Because after the gangsters came, had they said, 3724 transfer.
All right.
And this is the prison that the lady was saying is worse than the one that he was in earlier.
날 벌주고 싶어요?
네.
근데 어쩌죠? 난 이미 벌을 받고 있는데.
충분치 않아요.
어느 정도면 충분할까요?
죽여야죠.
의사시잖아요. 선생님은 그 선 못 넘으시잖아요.
It's the same thing he said to his mom.
Right.
틀렸어요. 짐승을 구할 거였으면 수의사를 했고 악마를 구할 거면 목사를 했으며 그 선서는
Doesn't apply to you.
You're not a person. You're not a human. That's a good line.
혹시 우리가 다시 만난다면 조심해야 할 거예요. 당신 옆을 지나가는 사람, 당신 앞에 놓이는 밥, 당신이 타먹는 약, 그게 뭐든 다
의사가 그래도 돼?
걱정 마세요. 난 안 들킬 거예요.
비로소 시간이 흘러가 소희야.
Yeah, they finally, yeah.
너와 나의 19살을.
She's in prison.
So my understanding is the doctor got a job here, and then they used their prison connections to get that guy transferred over here, right? Is that what happened?
I think she used her connection to get him transferred, figure out what prison he was getting sent to, and then he ended up getting the job there.
Because earlier the gangster lady said Chisan, and then and then when she came back to, or when
she came back to him,
he had the badge.
And then they planned his revenge. He had the badge.
Right.
사랑해요.
사랑해요.
All right. Finally done with the show.
Yeah. Okay. Now that the show is over, I feel like this last episode for me was a little bit of a letdown. I think like I mean, even though like I was invested in the young doctor's revenge story as well, like for that to end on that note, I felt like was a little bit anti-climactic. I felt like that could have been resolved before like she went after like the final two people. I feel like I don't know. I know I get it because part of her her healing and that journey afterwards is like being with him and helping him recover or whatever. But yeah, I think like at the end, like that last shot where like they're together and these dark clouds form and they're like we see them walking into a prison and it closing. I think that's like from what I thought, like it's basically like even though they're free of their kind of well, they're not free because that dude's still alive, right? I feel like it represents them still being like in a prison of like revenge, that cycle of revenge and things, you know?
Well, for sure, Yoo-Young is, right?
Right. But for her to be there with him and walking in there, and she's also getting locked inside, maybe being with him locks her in that like that cycle too, right? So they're both kind of prisoners of revenge or something. I think like them bringing back the lady who killed her husband to save her daughter. I felt like that was kind of unnecessary. I thought her story was already over like a long time ago. I don't think they needed to show her again. I think they wanted us to kind of like they wanted to recap what happened to all like the good guys or whatever by showing like the grandma and showing that lady and stuff. But I felt like that was unnecessary. I feel like really like our last kind of feeling should have been for Dong-Eun, and I think this episode felt like it dragged a little bit because because once they handled her revenge, I feel like I don't know, like showing her going to school and showing that she's kind of returned to a normal life would have been enough, but then they kind of made her continue to be this kind of like bad guy, I don't know. It was I don't know. It was still entertaining and good show, man. But this last episode, I wasn't. I don't know. I wasn't feeling.
Yeah,
it.
the last episode also for me wasn't my favorite. But again, I do notice with a lot of these Korean dramas, the last episode is they really take their time to just embellish on a lot of things and explain like every detail, to make it like a feel good.
Right.
Especially for a darker show, right? Try to make it like a feel good thing. Like for me, Yo-Jung's mom showing up on the rooftop there, I was like, come on, Overall though, the show itself, I did enjoy the show.
Okay.
And I enjoyed it the second time watching it through too. It took you through a lot of emotions, especially of just anger and wanting some vengeance.
Right.
What are your thoughts with the show overall?
I think like the first episode is like, in terms of like a pilot, I think it's really excellent because it gets you it hooks you really well. I think after that, I think a lot of it is just, I don't think a lot of thought and care went into it. I think they just wanted to satisfy the audience's kind of desire for vengeance after showing us how horrible things were for this girl. And then towards the end, I think it completely fell apart. I think if anything, I didn't care about the druggy girl, whether she was punished or not. It was whatever for me. Myung-ho getting effed up or whatever, that was I don't know, that that chick getting stabbed in the neck and can't talk or whatever. I don't know. I feel like most of the kind of revenges were kind of whatever, but I think the main girl, Yeonjun's her punishment was because her acting was so good, because she's psychotic or whatever. I think it made that a little bit painful and satisfying at the same time. And that felt I think her acting really kind of made that feel good or whatever, I also don't like the fact that and I get it. They want to give all the good guy characters their revenge, but having the husband push Chejun off the roof or whatever. I mean, basically now he's a murderer, and he moves to the UK to be with his daughter, who isn't even really his daughter. I'm scared for her, dude. Just with Hyunnam's daughter, they basically said the best thing is to keep her away from you, but that Yesor has no chance because she's right there with both of her parents are murderers now. It's actually sad, Crazy, man.
I gotta get going here.
Oh, sorry. Oh, dude, it's 10 o'clock. Oh, yeah.
We both do. So, all right, we're gonna end it here. But overall, I did enjoy the show as far as entertainment value watching it. Are there holes in it? Absolutely. Is it a smart writing? No, not in any way. But to just watch and enjoy, it was fun to do. For again, everyone on YouTube, thank you for watching with us. Please remember to like and subscribe and leave us a comment. Everyone on Patreon, thank you for joining us and supporting us. And we'll see you again next time. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.